This video is demonstrating how to create shapes out of photos, so like you have seen in here for cyanotypes. So I use photos of my children to create silhouettes similar to this, and then I use them to print them in my cyanotype. So I'm currently in Photoshop, and I just want to show you how just captured just my son and not having the whole background. Now, Photoshop is probably the easiest one to do because it has just easier tools to kind of capture objects. It has this wonderful object selection tool, and this is behind the magic wand tool. So I'm going to click on that. Now with this tool, I'm simply going to select what I want the program to find as an object. And then it takes a few seconds for it to read the image. And so notice it now has the traveling ants around that image. So I can simply edit copy. Now I like to go into a whole new thing just so I'm not ruining my original photo. And that's not going to work. File new, it's not reading the new clipboard here. I'll go here. And then I'm going to just go to edit paste. All right, so he's not a silhouette yet, and that's actually a very easy step to do. Now I'm going to just have him selected again. So to reselect him, I'm going to go to my magic wand tool, and I'm going to select on my background first because there is really no background. And then I'm going to go to select inverse. So now just Graham is selected. So I'm actually going to just paint him black. So I'm going to click on my brush tool, and it's fairly large. And then over here is my color swatches, and it's already on black. And I'm going to just fill him in completely black. So for my composition, I didn't want all those details. I really just wanted like silhouettes, almost as if they were kind of ghosts. So that's why I filled it in. All right, so I'm going to select deselect. I can also crop this. I have quite a bit of extra background, so I can crop this in a little bit closer, and I can save that. So once I save it, then I'm going to print it out onto a transparency using my inkjet printer, and then I can use it in my cyanotype. Now, if you don't have Photoshop, you can use other free programs that are available, but I would say they're not nearly as user-friendly. So I'm going to, here I have opened up Graham in Pixlr, and they don't have the object selection tool where it just automatically finds the object. So your best option here, because my background is all kind of crazy, I cannot use the magic wand tool. I'll show you why. It will select objects like that. It's looking for things that are the similar pixel color. So that really doesn't work. I'm going to deselect that. So your best option is using your lasso tool. You have several options. I am most comfortable with this polygon lasso tool because it allows me to click down multiple times. So instead of the program finding the object and selecting it for me, I have to manually do it. And so it takes a little bit more effort and time. Now I like to do this in sections because I have a tendency to mess up. And your first and last point have to match up, so that's why I went all the way around. So I'm going to do that again. I do it in sections because I'll like accidentally double click. Double clicking will connect your first and last points. And so if I go all the way out around my object, I have a tendency to just mess up and then I have to start over. And this eliminates the whole starting over. So I'm coming all the way out here and clicking and then gonna come back. I might have some few extra spots that I'm gonna have to get rid of, and that's okay. So once I get all the way around Graham, then I can do the same thing I did before. I can select the background, inverse it, and then paint him in black and save it. So you can do this with one of the free programs. It just takes a little bit longer, okay? So that's my brief demonstration on how to create silhouettes to use for cyanotypes.